I did send you, Mr. Before 2023 is the time of the space war coming, which is this war coming. Before they hitting this war, they sending by my information to you to prepare and know that there is a war coming, and this war will cost in Sudan and Gumaro very soon, which is this will happen in. Which is this will happen in.
Seconds before the apocalypse, and it won't happen because of some higher power, but upon the initiative of a human being. We've never come so close to the edge of the abyss, nuclear war. One more step, and the history of mankind.
This is coming, ladies and gentlemen, and I am sending to you this information to know that according to this prophecy, this lady, this person sent before,
the Earth moves any closer to the sun.
This is my mission, which is the Earth going closer to the sun. This was a mission to be raised by a space, raising my information to the space to be going whatever closer the space can go to the sun, to bring our side front the sun, and we be first operation to standing before angel in the space, and we be standing before the sun in the space is meaning is, by my information I did told to the NASA, we have mission to raise in the space to go before sun we stand up. Meaning is before sun we stand up is means we go before angel we stand up in the space. And when we stand up in the space before angel, angel will show the signal what we must do, next step. So this is not happening, and I understand because of you, not for you, because of the Obama culture in the United States, I can say 55% decasting and 45% Canada team, jealousy of the Canada team casting that to not erase the mission, which is consequencing this person here I bring it to you. Sudan and Gumaro, they bring into those department in Canada, casting to my mission not be raised, which is I understand $1,000 trillion will cost in government of Canada because of my case. They did affect I am here today, not where I must be. So you can call this their Canadian Security Service cost, or their RCMP, whoever costed, or Muslim Arab terrorist or Iranian people is not important, but what is coming after this, coming to bring in this space investigation to their government, which is the consequence, as I said to you, is the 1,000 trillion damage they bring to their government in Canada. But subject I bring it to you here, 2023 is happening. Subject I bring it to you, Mr., to know that nuclear explosion will happen. I told if we not standing up before sun coming before earth. So listen to this.
We would face increased radiation and a massive increase in temperatures. On the other hand, if the planet moves further away, the world could plunge into an ice age and increased hours of darkness. Number 2.
Our darkness, which is the 23% in the earth, will be facing the death consequences. And which country they are? Those countries coming on the basically biggest deadly attack. And you can call 65 billion in the earth will be 5,500,000,000 be safe.
2. Solar tsunami. Baba Vanga's second prediction for 2023 is said to be a solar storm on a scale never before seen.
Which is, I told to the NASA 2022, beginning, I believe, a couple of months ago, say 5-6 months ago, I told major solar storm here raising to comfort. And this solar storm is not going to happen in like 1859. It's going to completely crash down the whole thing, the system in the space by nuclear atomic explosion will happen in the space, but nobody know that. They believe it's sun do that, but the reality it is not sun. It is an angel behind the sun. They do that because this angel have a mission in the earth, and department you are country you affecting angel mission in the earth. So can you imagine what they are going to bring to your country? And Canada is one of those countries that this effect behind the mission of the gods. I am evidence. I can come in the world news and speaking openly to the world news. Canada did the crime behind the God mission to not erasing the God mission. And after earthquakes, according to this man here, he told me, wait 2 weeks. According to this man, I must come on the news after Canada be hit by the major 8.7 to 9.1 earthquake to their capital city. I must send a YouTube to the world. Canada did casting God mission crime by RCMP department and their police or their Canadian Security Service by false information behind my future casting my information not be raised by criminal hand in Canada. You can say criminal hand. The government, their Canadian Security Service, the had hand by the biker criminal, which is God want to bring after earthquakes my information in the world news why Canada been completely crushed down and remove completely their country, which is the one country they lose in their capital city is means Sodom and Gomorrah space released into that country to not allowing that country building again. So consequence in coming, Mr. Gentleman, because what I sent, this man told same thing to send to the government to prepare, Canada prepare what is coming, because for the crime they did behind the mission of God, to not I go forward and I am behind the completely nothing in Canada, which is Canada must see that according to this man here. When Canada see that their capital city is here, they facing this as Fort McMurray happening. That time, God want I send into YouTube news this casting Canada, casting God mission crime by Muslim in Canadian Security Service, by Muslim gender or Iranian or India. So this is the first part coming in the world after very short time. But information I did send to the NASA to know that atomic explosion coming from space, you can listen to this.
Solar storms are bursts of energy from the sun which send electrical charges, magnetic fields, and radiation towards Earth. They can be as powerful as billions of nuclear bombs. However,
They can be powerful as nuclear bomb, which is I did send to NASA behind the sun. They're raising atomic explosion to comfort, because this atomic explosion will bring Sodom and Gomorrah to you, NASA, in the space. You cannot walk out from this attack in the space coming. And Space God said, want you raise my information as soon as possible before they begin this atomic explosion in the space by unknowing angel coming from space falling to the ocean, which is one comet 200 kilometers. One comet you can say 20 kilometers or 15 kilometers. One comet look like angel appearing on the ocean. When a comet hit to the ocean, same thing, angel hitting to the ocean. 10 times worse happening in the ocean by TNT, nuclear atomic explosion, which is a time coming now. And God wants, I send it to you, especially to you, Joe Biden, to know that by God doing this, you be taken down from the Washington, D.C., and all those black culture. I can say, if merciful God, which is a Jesus love black culture Christian, I can say 45% they be killed in the United States, Joe Biden, from this culture.
Space weather is often simply seen as a pretty phenomenon in the sky, such as the northern lights. The more powerful storms predicted by Baba Vanga could result in damage to technology and could even lead to mass blackouts and communication failures.
I listened into NASA team last year. What is coming will cause communication and all the technology weapon completely be crushed down, and which is the 40 satellite hit after in the Elon Musk. So my information is, I don't know even myself I am speaking, but information coming by spirits from God to bringing evidence to you, those in the space NASA team, to know that this mission I did raise in the United States, sending message for a few years. It is the most important mission in the world, not only in United States. So this was a mission, I can say to you, by bringing it back again to this part. This is a mission, Earth, Sun. I told to the NASA we've been called to raise Operation Army prepare standing in the space before Sun. And Sun give us signal after. When we are standing up before Sun give us signal what we must do. Because revolution of the space angel raising by behind the Sun, the comfort, but slowly they come in comfort. This 2023, I don't believe even going to go to the February, March, April. I believe this 2023 we must pray summertime is not coming, because you never see fire in the history of the world. What is this angel is going to bring from space? No one see the fire, explosion fire, ground cracked down by heat, and nuclear atomic explosion will raise by angel unseen. Technology weapon cannot see the angel appearing, hitting to the ground, and that ground cracked down, atomic explosion will be raised. But they bring the sun heats. But many scientists, technology believe sun causing that atomic explosion, but reality it is the those behind the sun coming causing this, because those able to force the sun to cause sun coming closer, solar storm, which is causing biggest atomic explosion in the space. We are not too far this year 2023, which is they bring in country in the goose country. That country you can see in the nighttime smoke going all over that country up. And I have a strong belief this man bringing Canada on the biggest emergency ever was in the history to discipline this culture from their police crime behind my future, interruption my future, from their RCMP behind my future crime, and disrespect my future, disrespect my value and my future by false information, and their Canadian Security Service give Muslim terrorist job. This is second part, crime behind my future from Canada to their criminal hand in Canada, the biker crime behind my future. So all this has been added by this person, and he wants you understand Canada team. You are not going to walk out from 2023. If it's not happening, but God wants you prepare yourself for major attack by space coming to your country. Because I believe, by I'm sending to you, I bring evidence. I believe they will close down your country, Canada, and bring in my information in the world news why Canada has been crushed on, completely removed, system of Canada gone, breakdown, bringing evidence in the news. And I am evidence why this happening to your country. God bring me to bring evidence to you why this happening to your country. From your security border crime behind my future to your immigration crime behind my future. All this has been added on time by first earthquake to your capital city, Canada Team Canadian Security Service, to bring in my investigation. World can see that why your country government comparatively crash and your system break down. So you God want you believe and prepare for that because it's not happening, but they are on the way to bring into your country. Because you must believe they are not going to allow you, Canadian Security Service, or especially your RCMP crime behind my future, you walk away. If you believe in Fort McMurray, you must believe period 2023, summer is not coming because your country, according to this man, is coming Sudan and Gomorrah, smoke all over your country raising. So this information is a prophecy of the God give to me to send it to you, Mr. Manipur, to know that. And subject, I bring it to you, NASA, again, to know that. My mission was sun. We must stand up before sun. And everything in the space right now happening is the sun. All the war, all the space objects, flying object, their agenda fighting against the sun. You can see that they hit into the sun, UFO alien. They want to stop the sun. They can't. So everything happening because of sun in the space. So God give clear mission to you, NASA team, ESA operation. I descend. We've been called to stand in the space before sun. How far we can go stand before sun? How far your technology, your ship, Star Trek or Star War, your ship not going to be hit. But that heat, when you go closer to the sun, that heat they take off. The world can see that we've been closest to the sun ever world seen in the history. So sun take off the heat. I did send to you NASA team. But my intelligence is the angel intelligence, but your intelligence is the study university intelligence. So which one you can believe is the correct? My intelligence. According to the book, the Bible, NASA, three of the disciple of Jesus, three of those, one, two, three. The king told, I want not you speak about Jesus in my city. And king told, put this three man in the furnace of fire. And one of the man, disciple of Jesus, he raised his hand to the God in the sky. He told God, they are going to put me on the furnace in the fire. God told, walk in the fire. God speak clearly, but not in the Bible, but they told in the Bible they put the disciple of Jesus in the fire. So when they put disciple of God in the fire, one of them, his disciple was weak. He was not able to walk in the fire. He raised his hand before he walked to fire. God, they are going to put us in the fire furnace. We are going to burn. God told, walk in the fire. He spirit sent to the man. They walk all three to the fire. When they walk to the fire, fire of the furnace heat, and king told, turn the fire heat, unlimited to the ends. They turn the heat up after maybe long time. The king looked into the man, there was a king of that country. He looked to the furnace of fire. He's a harmony man we put in the fire. And his servant of the king told, King, we put three man in the fire. He told, why I see the four man in the fire. Immediately open the furnace and bring it out, those people. When they bring it out, those people, disciple of Jesus, they see that no one burn his clothes. Everybody coming out with no even damage. And king shake his head and he told, I don't believe that, what I see with my eyes. And one of his disciples of Jesus told, we are belong to the Jesus Christ. We are going to walk in the fire, and fire will not burn us. We are belong to Jesus. So subject is here. I must told you, this told you, NASA team, your mission is the sun, not other mission. First mission you must raise in the sky is the sun. To tsunami coming, earthquake major coming very soon. Nuclear atomic explosion coming, NASA team, and biggest TNT happening in the ocean ever was in the history. Department fly on the air, building completely fly on the air, car fly on the sky. All this coming on the way, which is I told the NASA team, don't listen to the Canada criminal country. Government of Canada is criminal. They are not with Jesus. I told you, don't listen to these people. These people is going to pay consequences. From their RCMP to their Canadian Security Service, they will cry. Their RCMP coming on the news and they cry. Their Canadian Security Service in Canada coming on the news and cry. Their government coming in the city, the parliament building, they cry. If their parliament building exists, I don't believe they are going to be exist after this earthquake. So subject is because they casting you NASA to not believe in me. Canada cast. But subject I believe in, subject I bring it to your NASA team to know that you have intelligent people around you. When I told we must raise the mission to the sun, this was a reality truth, and you did not understand NASA or ESA operation. Putin, Russia understand what I'm talking about, which is the Putin believe my mission is truth. So you did not stand NASA to raising my mission, which the mission was standing before sun, how far we can go, how far faith our people show in the space we go closer to sun. And sun will not hit us. And we will take the camera, which is a telescope in the space. We will copy evidence of the space war, angel, how they destroyed in the demon, front sun. But camera, that time we are able to copy because gates of the space will be open to us. We break the chain of the darkness in the space and we break right through to go into right through front sun. As I told you, how far we can go, God give permission, how far we are go. That time God say stop there and watch what is happening. And that time our mission start in the space, which is the key in the space is sun, which is the sun. They believe sun is the only star, but sun is the angel. An angel have ability to bring in atomic explosion, NASA, to all the technology weapon you have in the space. They did not bring because of the few parts. Time is not arrived, but February